Hi, good morning. So it's amazing that finally this day arrived. So today's topic I chose for sharing with all of you and for my community who is connecting right now, it's me, the main character, and using personalization in the classroom. Why this topic? Being using a lot these kind of activities and strategies in the classroom, so gave me clear evidence that is the best way to promote students' participation and students' active involvement in every single activity we proposed. So, and the first question is personalization. Why or what for? It's better to know, and people share more information about topics that you already know, and what is the best thing that sharing about their personal lives, what they do, how they feel, what they think about different issues. So, and the need for personalization in the classroom is extremely important. So we would say that there are two main reasons. It's because promotes motivation and involvement. Using these activities for several years, not only teacher training, but also in regular classrooms with the students. So it's amazing the level of motivation and how they get involved and engaged with different activities. But there are some important requirements, something that it's important to consider when we use personalization in the classroom. So using personalization is sharing. It's giving something back. It does not include the students' participation, but also includes the teacher's involvement. And one of the examples of this, so I'm going to quote Heather King, and what Heather says is that children love an average of 300 or more times a day. Adults love an average of 5 times a day, and we have a lot of catching up to do. In this case, meaning that if you see your dear friend when she was a year old, then when she was 5, and then when she is 50, so you will see um, uh, the difference among not only different ages, different stages, but also the story behind these pictures. So the pictures I have chosen today to present and for you, it is very personal from my family portraits. So they were stolen from my mom's. And if there are some stories behind these pictures, and when you use a visual inputs, in this case, something very personal as pictures, so it's interesting to know the story behind those. So the first picture, I was a year old. I was the first baby girl in the family, and it seems that I was very happy. But the second one has a very important story behind it. So this picture was taken by my dad. He passed away 6 years ago, and maybe that is made me very sensitive about it. And I remember the day that was picture was taken. I have no idea about the cat, but I remember how special that day was. And the last picture, when I was almost 50, was taken in Colombia, in Manizales. So, and I had a very nice experience sharing with some colleagues from Latin America in a very in a wonderful community project sponsored by the U.S. Embassy. So, and it's important to give the student the opportunity to share what happened, what's the story behind every single detail. Another important tip when we use personalization in the classroom is that the teacher has to get involved as well, and they have to share. One of the difficult anecdotes, a terrible anecdote I had once when I was in a training, I was given a training, is when I used these activities with teachers, and one of the teachers was um, she basically what she didn't want to participate at all, and her answer was, I don't like sharing this personal information with nobody else. And when you use personalization, sharing is a must. Personalization involves true communication, as I said before, sharing what different thoughts, feelings, expectations, anecdotes, experiences, preferences, and opinions. And we need to be very sensitive with information shared by the students, and they produce and encourage and take a good opportunity to produce and to provoke um, and make a strong emphasis on tolerance, mutual respect, and getting to know the students in a better way. Research found that using personalization activities help in creating a trust between class and the teacher. So it was amazing to see how the students trust in each other information. The thing is that they share the information they want to share. They don't have to share everything. They have to be information they share, so from the teacher's perspective and from the student's perspective. But it definitely created a trust environment. It was amazing as well. So how the dynamic of the groups and the students, it was very, very positive. It is extremely positive. The students are open and willing to share, open and willing to speak most of the time, and getting involved with the different activities. It's one of the best way to show collaboration and empathy among them, and brings humor into the classroom because the anecdotes are amazing. So the students have different kind of anecdotes, and it's an hilarious time. Making language learning something you and your students will recall with affection. And the affective components of using personalization to me is one of the most valuable things. Making the students' learning memorable for the same reason, promote independent practice because it's a fluent and independent activity. The role of the teacher is monitoring, it's monitoring the class, being sure that everybody is contributing with the information they want to share, and it's completely independent. So the students feel so confident to produce the language without paying attention to accuracy or making any kind of mistakes. And personalization can take place at any stage of the lesson. Even you have planned your lessons previously, there are some interesting topics and provide the best opportunity to stop the class and the students the opportunity to share. These are some of my favorite personalization activities, and my place in the family is definitely one of my favorite ones. This is the top of the top. This provides me and gives me the opportunity to getting to know my students since the very first day, and based on the characteristics on their place in the family. It's amazing. So they divided into 4 different groups. They have to establish comparison and contrast, whether the benefits or the advantages or disadvantages of being the oldest, the only, the youngest, and the middle child in the family. You could identify specific characteristics and similarities among them and how the place in their family affects their behavior even in the classroom. So this is, to me, is the best getting to know activity I have used at the. So then I have 2 truths and a lie. So this is another important activity, and this is something that I wanted to share. This is a real task they had to develop, is about how to have a good time in their hometown. They have to take a selfie of themselves, but they have also to share what happened behind the picture. So what was the story behind it? And it was amazing. Nobody else had gone before to the cemetery in Guayaquil, that is considered a touristic place, and it was amazing the stories behind them. So this is a great activity and a good project. the personality you carry with you based on all your stuff, all the stuff you have in your pocket or in your bags. So definitely it's another good activity. And we need to remember that we need to allow the students that they are something special and they can achieve everything they want to. And I think that it's 10 minutes already. Thank you so much.